Article 14 of the Iraqi Constitution, adopted in 2005, states that all Iraqis are equal before the law, without discrimination based on gender, race, ethnicity, nationality, origin, color, religion, sect, belief or opinion, or economic or social status. Article 2 guarantees the Islamic identity of the majority of the Iraqi people and guarantees the full religious rights to freedom of religious belief and practice of all individuals, such as Christians, Yazidis, and Mandaean Sabians.
Despite their equal status under law, conflicts between different religious groups have gripped Iraq for years, and the country has seen an increase in violence in the past decade. One of the more recent attacks was carried out against members of Iraq's minority Christian population on Christmas Day 2013. A total of 3 explosions in the Baghdad area killed an estimated of 38 people. One of these attacks was a car bomb that was detonated outside of a church while worshippers were leaving Christmas service, killing 24.
Attacks are not limited to Christians. Yazidis, Jews, and Mandaean Sabians have all been targeted. Even differences between factions of Shia and Sunni within Islam can lead to violence, and conflict between the two sects reached an all-time high during 2006 to 2007, when the country stood on the brink of civil war. Militant Sunnis had blown up a Shiite mosque in Samarra, resulting in brutal retaliations by Shia death squads. Death totals reached over 1,000 in the course of several days. The government's reaction to these acts of violence has been mixed. The majority of Iraq's government consists of Shia Muslims, and other factions, like the Sunni Muslims and Christians, have accused those in power of using their authority to oppress other religions.
In July of 2011, Iraqi security forces arrested a Christian pastor and charged him under 2006 anti-terrorism law. His supporters claimed he was arrested because of his attempts to convert Iraqis to Christianity. In a United Nations monitored trial, he was convicted of espionage and sentenced to 5 years in prison. In September of 2012, Iraqi forces performed violent raids on Christian and Yazidi social clubs in Baghdad. Local authorities claimed the raids were court-ordered and targeted business owners.
The government of Iraq has not fulfilled its duty to its people because of the lack of protection it has offered. The Iraqi people have a right to feel protected and safe in their own country, without any worries about discrimination or violence that they may face due to their religious beliefs. The government has allowed for the attacks to continue and to foster negative attitudes among opposing forces. As long as these groups are treated differently by the government, their differences will continue to produce violence.
Last year, a bill called the Jafari Personal Status Law was introduced by a school of Islamic law and is now awaiting approval from Iraq's parliament. The law would lower the marriage age to 9 for girls and 15 for boys, and legalize marital rape. However, the law would only apply to Iraq's Shia Muslim population. This law would defy the Iraqi constitution by requiring certain members of the country to abide by certain laws that others didn't. The fact that the bill was approved and defended by Iraq's Justice Minister Hassan al-Shamari and made it all the way to parliament shows how ingrained religious divides are within Iraq's society and government.
Unless Iraq begins to actively and indiscriminately protect its people's religious rights and freedoms, the violence and discrimination that spring from religious differences will only intensify. The people of Iraq deserve the rights given to them in their constitution without facing persecutionary action from their government or their neighbors.